When my father called me a deadbeat, I didn't argue. I just listened, calm, steady, as he told me Christmas wasn't for failures. He said it like a punchline. Only your sister and her family this year. No deadbeats allowed. Then he hung up. I stared at the silent phone for a long time. The snow outside my apartment window caught the last of the sun, cold and pink. That was the moment I decided this Christmas would be the last one he ever felt superior. Growing up, Dad's approval was currency, and I was always broke. He called it tough love. I called it control. My sister Clara played the role perfectly. The golden child with the polished husband, the manicured life, the constant smile. I didn't fit. I chose the wrong degree, the wrong partners, the wrong everything. When my startup crashed last year, Dad didn't even ask if I was okay. He just sighed like I'd fulfilled a prophecy. "You've always been the disappointment," he'd said. "Some people just aren't cut out for success." The thing about being disowned is that it's freeing. Once the initial sting dies, there's nothing left to lose. The first step of revenge was silence. While Clara posted family brunches and ski trips, I disappeared. Deleted social media, changed my number, let them think I was drowning. I wasn't. A month after that phone call, my company's tech patent was bought out. The deal was quiet. I'd sold my rights under an alias. No headlines, no noise. After taxes and contracts, I was left with more money than I'd ever imagined. Enough to buy something big. Something symbolic. I chose a mountain lodge. 8.2 million of glass, pine, and snow. Clara's favorite influencer had once posted a Christmas reel from there, saying it looked like heaven. I didn't need heaven. I needed theater. I sent the invitations myself. Heavy cream cardstock embossed in gold. Christmas Eve gathering at the Winter Lodge. Hosted by Evelyn. No last name. Just enough intrigue. Clara called first. Her voice was syrupy. "Evie, is this some kind of joke? Dad said you were struggling." I smiled. "Oh, I was, but things change." A pause. "Dad's coming too, right?" "Of course," I said. "Wouldn't want to leave anyone out." The night came wrapped in snow and expectation. I watched from the balcony as their SUV headlights curved up the private drive. Dad in his pressed coat, Clara adjusting her scarf, her husband unloading gifts, boxes wrapped too tightly, smiles stretched too thin. The door opened to warmth and music. A fire danced in the stone hearth. Champagne waited in crystal flutes. Clara's eyes widened. "Evie, this place is nice." I finished for her. "It'll do." Dad scanned the room like a man searching for a hidden trick. "How on earth did you afford this?" he asked. I let the question hang between us like mist. Deadbeats are resourceful. He laughed once, short, nervous. "Good for you. Maybe you finally grew up." Dinner was a performance. I'd hired a private chef. Every course timed to perfection. They ate, drank, laughed too loudly, but I noticed the glances, the discomfort of wealth they couldn't place, the need to know where it came from. When dessert arrived, I raised my glass. "A toast," I said. "To family. The ones who doubted, and the ones who didn't." Dad leaned back. "You've done well for yourself, Evie." "Really? But you should have told us. We could have helped." I interrupted softly. "When I was at my lowest, you called me a deadbeat." The room stilled. The fire cracked. Clara's fork froze midair. I set my glass down. "Do you know what it's like to be erased by your own family? To hear your father celebrate Christmas without you because you're not successful enough?" He opened his mouth, but I didn't let him. "I built this from the ground up. While you mocked me, I worked. While you ignored me, I planned. And now, you're eating off plates that cost more than my first apartment." Clara shifted. "Evie, don't do this." "I'm not angry," I said. "I'm returning the favor." I reached under the table and pressed play on the remote. The wall behind me lit up. A projection of the lodge's ownership records. My name, my company, my patent sale. Their faces drained as the truth settled in. This lodge, I continued, will be hosting charity events for children with no families this winter, because I know what it's like to be unwanted. I looked directly at Dad, and next Christmas, I won't be here, but you'll remember this one. He tried to speak again, but words failed. Clara wiped a tear, not for me, but for her own discomfort. They left early, gifts untouched. The snow swallowed their footsteps. I stayed by the fire long after they were gone. Not triumphant, just calm. It wasn't about revenge anymore. It was about reclaiming space they told me I didn't deserve. Outside, the lodge lights shimmered against the snow. Quiet and steady. For the first time, the silence didn't hurt.